Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to my review of the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, the newest expansion to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, both available on the PS4 and PC. Now, as of this moment, November 3rd or something or whatever, the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth expansion is not available on the PS4. However, I hear it will be available later this year, probably sometime around December. But if you play this game on Steam or what have you, pick up this expansion. It's pretty great. And now I'm going to dive into the details. So first off, let me explain what you are seeing on screen. You are seeing two new things. One, the new character Lilith, who is essentially blind like some of the other power-ups in the game that gave you the ability to essentially not shoot your own tears and you would have to rely on your pets. However, Lilith is special because she comes with this new familiar called the Incubus, which basically gives you the ability to have normal tears that gain power-ups and stat bonuses just like Isaac's tears would, except he's a familiar. And she also comes with a active item called it's this treasure chest on a 2-room charge that doubles your familiars, any familiars, and also levels them up. So for example, if you're playing Lilith and you pick up the cube of meat and you use this treasure chest a couple of times, the cube of meat will evolve into the rotating cube of meat that shoots for you, into eventually Meat Boy and Super Meat Boy. And it's a great way to unlock those achievements and items just by playing this new Greed mode. Now, Greed mode is what I like to consider a Coliseum version of the original game, where each floor is one big room with 2 treasure rooms on the right, a big shop on the top, and a trap room on the left. Now, each room has a maximum of 11 out of 10 waves. If you do the 11th wave, you get a devil room or a holy room, guaranteed every time, with, of course, random items. And the whole goal is to just get as strong as you can in the 8 or so floors that it takes you to get to the final floor, at which point you will meet Ultra Greed, a awesome final boss that is super tough, probably the hardest in the game so far, in my opinion at least. I've seen some of the other bosses and I've fought the freaking devil, spoiler alert, devil at the very end, and not Sheol, the other bigger ultra devil guy. You guys know what I'm talking about. He was tough, but this guy kind of takes the cake unless you're decently overpowered. But that's the beauty of this new Greed mode, is you can play for a half hour and completely beat the mode, as opposed to the main game where you could be playing for a good hour to 2 hours getting through an entire mode, depending on the speed and how lucky you are with drops. But this you have at least 3 or 4 guaranteed item pickups every floor. And you do that for 7 floors, you're gonna get pretty powerful unless your luck absolutely stinks. I didn't honestly think I would like Greed mode when I first played it, but after a couple of playthroughs on a few characters, I just think it's the best thing ever. If you want like a little bite-sized version of the Binding of Isaac that doesn't take you a long time, you just want to get into it real quick, then get out of it real quick, and overall it can still net you some new items, by beating it with every character and whatnot. It's super fun. It's just a condensed, maybe slightly more fun version of the main game, and I think that's why I fell in love with it. So between the new Greed mode and between the new character, I am already really enjoying this expansion, and I would rate it highly, but there's so much more to talk about that this expansion gives us. It's ridiculous. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go down the key features of this expansion to give you guys an idea of what you have in store when you pick this thing up as far as new content. So, starting with over 100 hours of more gameplay, I'm not surprised, honestly. I could see hundreds of increased hours of gameplay. We have the Greed mode, whole new way to play, focused on risk and reward. Yep, pretty much. Expanded main game, a new final area with a new final boss. As of this moment, November 3rd, whatever, people haven't seen this expanded main game and are thinking it either will come at a later date or it's still somehow hidden within the game. Next, we have daily runs. Now, you'll see this on the main menu, but it's a new way to play. It's an official run every day. So it's like an official seed. Pretty cool. You also have online leaderboards, like you notice above that it says time 21 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, during the main game, you have a score that's always changing depending on what you pick up, if you take damage, if you kill things, and the score just goes up and up and up, and you can compete with like everybody. It's super cool. So if you have a really good run, you can get really high up on the leaderboards, and it stays there. It's really cool. It adds kind of a new multiplayer dynamic to the game. Not necessarily multiplayer as in you're playing with somebody, but more like you're part of this bigger thing now. It's very cool. Next, we have 10 totally new and awesome challenges. Hey, everybody loves challenges. I do. 1,000 plus new room designs, as well as a whole new room. Now, that seems like a lot to me. I've seen a few new room designs, but 1,000 plus? Maybe I just have to look harder. But still, cool if it's true. Monstrously updated weapon combo system. Now, this is a biggie, because as you know in the past, certain items just wouldn't combo with each other. They wouldn't work. For example, the brimstone and technology. To my knowledge, still doesn't work. However, it does. Super cool. But they've really expanded upon that weapon combo system idea. So, for example, you could take technology and proptosis, the item that makes it so when you start shooting your tiers, the tiers closest to you, they start off really big and really powerful, but then they get smaller and smaller the longer they go. Well, you combine that with technology, and now you have lasers that are really thick right towards your face, but then kind of split off and get really thin at the end, which is really cool because it adds this whole new dynamic to how you use certain items with each other, and it kind of opens up all these new combos. Very cool, guys. It's probably one of the best changes of this expansion, hands down. And on top of the combo system, we have 120 new items, not counting tons of new pickups, chests, pills, bombs, and cards, taking the item count up beyond 500. Currently, people are saying, oh, there's only 74 items. So that's a little bit less than the 120 that is advertised. So a lot of people are hoping that right now they're just secret, or they'll be hidden or added in later on. I don't know, but still, that's quite a few new stuff added. Alternate soundtracks like the one you're hearing now. Tons of new secret transformations, of which I haven't found any, but I can't wait to find more. There's more new achievements. And, of course, we have 4 new alternate chapters with new enemy types and visual themes. That's very cool that I've seen so far. Like, we have the burning basement and the basement that's flooded with, like, new music and everything. Revised seed code combo system and new special seeds. Can't wait to see some of those. 100 plus enemies with new designs and 8 new bosses. And of the ones that I've seen so far, guys, they're really cool, really bizarre. You'll be like, oh god. I mean, they're kind of creepy looking, of course, because it's the Binding of Isaac, so it can get really out there, which I love. Or it just refreshes upon some of the monster designs that are already in the game, which is cool too. There's even more rooms full of poop, and they say at the very bottom, probably at least 5 other features we can't remember due to all the crap that we threw into this little monster. And that pretty much sums it up right there, guys. For a measly $10, you couldn't get a better bang out of your buck. I swear, guys, this content that we got from this is enormous, well worth your money. Go out and buy this on Steam if you have it, or if you just have it on the PlayStation 4, wait until December for it to come out. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps the video out. And of course, subscribe for more videos like this. I'm gonna hop back in game, guys, and I will catch you next time.